Jennifer Lopez is one of the most famous entertainers in the world, known for her success in music, movies, fashion, and business. But over the years, her reputation behind the scenes has become a topic of intense debate, with many former employees, collaborators, and industry insiders sharing stories that paint a far more complicated picture than the glamorous image seen on red carpets. While Lopez has millions of fans who admire her work ethic and confidence, critics argue that fame and power may have shaped how she treats people around her, especially those working under her. One of the most talked about claims came from a former backup singer who posted a video on TikTok describing her experience working for Lopez. In the video, the singer claimed that Lopez was distant, unkind, and created an uncomfortable work environment, saying that if you were considered competition in any way, especially if you were attractive or Latina, Lopez allegedly treated you poorly. According to the singer, Lopez rarely acknowledged people working closely with her, and often acted as if they were invisible, which made long tours and rehearsals emotionally draining. While Lopez has never publicly responded to this claim, the video quickly went viral and reopened long-standing conversations about her behavior toward staff. Over the years, similar stories have circulated from people who claim to work as assistants, dancers, or crew members, with some alleging that Lopez earned an unflattering nickname related to how little she paid her staff compared to industry standards. According to these claims, some workers believed they were paid significantly less than they could earn working for other major artists, though no official payroll records have ever been released to confirm this. Still, the consistency of the complaints led many fans to question whether these stories reflected isolated misunderstandings or a deeper pattern. Another frequently repeated story dates back to 2003, when Lopez was visiting a casino in Las Vegas with her then-boyfriend, Ben Affleck. According to multiple retellings of the incident, Affleck reportedly left a generous tip for a dealer after a big win, but Lopez allegedly reduced the amount before the dealer could collect it. While the story has never been officially confirmed by Lopez or the casino, it has circulated for years and continues to shape public perception, especially among those who already believe she is overly controlling or frugal when it comes to money. Around the same time, another controversy emerged involving a hotel maid in Germany who claimed she lost her job after approaching Lopez for an autograph. According to the maid, she asked Lopez's assistant for permission and was denied. But the next day, she was allegedly fired after Lopez complained to hotel management. The hotel never publicly confirmed the reason for the termination, but the maid maintained her story in interviews, saying she felt unfairly punished for a harmless request. Critics argued that even if the request was inappropriate, the punishment seemed extreme, while supporters of Lopez suggested that celebrities have a right to privacy, especially while traveling. As these stories spread, they began to form a narrative that followed Lopez throughout her career, raising questions about how much responsibility celebrities should have for the actions taken by people around them. Beyond staff treatment, Lopez has also faced years of criticism related to her music career, particularly accusations involving songwriting credit and vocal performances. One of the earliest controversies involved her hit song, "If You Had My Love," which drew comparisons to a similar song recorded earlier by R&B singer Shanice Moore, leading some fans to accuse Lopez's team of copying ideas, though no lawsuit ever resulted from the situation. More damaging to her reputation were claims that Lopez relied heavily on other singers' voices in her own songs. Tracks like "Play" and the "I'm Real" remix included demo vocals from singers Christina Milian and Ashanti that remained in the final recordings. While this practice is not illegal and does happen in the music industry, critics argue that Lopez benefited from these vocals without being transparent, leading fans to question how much of her singing was actually her own. The controversy reached its peak with "Jenny from the Block," one of Lopez's most famous songs. which reportedly featured background and chorus vocals from Natasha Ramos. Over time, these revelations caused many listeners to reevaluate Lopez's image as a singer, with some arguing that she was more of a performer and brand than a true vocalist. Supporters countered that Lopez never claimed to be a powerhouse singer, and that her success came from her overall performance style rather than vocal ability alone. Still, the repeated nature of these claims created lasting damage, especially when combined with stories of difficult behavior. As these controversies piled up, fans began to notice that Lopez also appeared to have strained relationships with several major celebrities, further fueling the idea that conflict followed her wherever she went. These early accusations and industry stories laid the groundwork for what would later become a long list of rumored feuds and public snubs, keeping Jennifer Lopez at the center of Hollywood controversy for decades. As Jennifer Lopez's career continued to grow, another layer of controversy began to form around her relationships with fellow celebrities, particularly in the music industry, where competition and creative disputes often create tension, and Lopez's story is no exception, with several high-profile feuds drawing attention and fueling ongoing debates about her professionalism and behavior. One of the most famous incidents involved Mariah Carey during the early 2000s, when both artists were under the Sony Music label. Mariah was working on her Glitter soundtrack, and had sampled Yellow Magic Orchestra's song Firecracker for one of her tracks, only to see Jennifer Lopez release I'm Real, using the same sample weeks earlier, leading to speculation that Mariah was deliberately undermined by her own record company, as some industry insiders claimed, and many fans interpreted Lopez's release as strategic timing, whether intentional or not, which fueled the now iconic moment when Mariah responded to Lopez in public with the brief, famous line, "I don't know her," a remark that has since become a viral meme and a shorthand for celebrity shade. While Lopez has never publicly addressed the specific accusations, this feud was widely discussed in the media and contributed to the perception that she sometimes benefited from situations that disadvantaged her peers. Similarly, Lopez's personal friendships have also attracted attention, with the public noting how relationships that once appeared close have cooled over time, as seen in the reported rift with actress Leah Remini, who was once considered a best friend and frequent collaborator. Fans observed that Remini did not attend Lopez's wedding in Georgia and was absent from other key public events, fueling speculation that their friendship had deteriorated, with some rumors suggesting that Remini grew frustrated with what she perceived as Lopez's controlling behavior and focus on herself, though neither party has publicly commented, leaving fans and media to piece together the story from social media cues and public appearances. These instances illustrate a recurring pattern in the public's perception of Lopez. While she maintains a powerful professional image and commands a loyal fan base, her interpersonal relationships often appear tense, and disputes that arise in both personal and professional contexts are amplified by media coverage. Beyond personal and friendship disputes, Lopez has also faced criticism for controversies related to her artistic output, particularly regarding music credits and use of vocal performances, with multiple reports over the years claiming that she recorded songs using demo or reference vocals from other artists without always crediting them fully, an issue that has been highlighted in tracks such as Play and the I'm Real remix, where Christina Milian and Ashanti's contributions remained in the final versions of the songs, drawing attention from fans and critics alike, who questioned the ethics of leaving demo vocals in place instead of re-recording with Lopez's own voice. Although this practice is somewhat common in the recording industry, and Lopez has never been legally challenged over these specific instances, the perception of credit-taking has affected her reputation, particularly among musicians and vocal purists. Another widely discussed instance involved the song Jenny from the Block, which reportedly included Natasha Ramos performing significant portions of the chorus, bridge, and ad-libs, leading to ongoing debate about how much of the song's vocal identity belonged to Lopez herself. Critics argue that this pattern of using others' vocals without acknowledgement, even when legal, reinforced the narrative that Lopez relied heavily on external talent to produce her hits, while supporters countered that her role as a performer and entertainer extends beyond singing, encompassing choreography, performance style, and brand presence, which are often the factors driving her widespread popularity. Lopez's social media interactions and high-profile relationships have also drawn public scrutiny, particularly her romantic links with artists like Drake, which in turn have affected her professional image. For example, after rumors surfaced in 2016 about a potential romantic connection between Lopez and Drake, shortly after he had reportedly ended a relationship with Rihanna, fans noted that Rihanna unfollowed Lopez on Instagram, a move widely interpreted as a subtle public snub, sparking discussions online about loyalty, influence, and competitive tension within the celebrity community. Although none of these incidents have been confirmed by the parties involved, the timing and visibility of these social media interactions have contributed to the perception that Lopez's personal and professional decisions are closely watched, interpreted, and debated by fans, creating a narrative where actions, both large and small, can carry outsized meaning. Similarly, Lopez's performances have occasionally intersected with other artists' work in ways that have drawn criticism. At the 2015 American Music Awards, rapper Nicki Minaj reportedly expressed visible frustration when Lopez performed to a track closely associated with Minaj, sparking headlines about perceived disrespect. Even though Lopez's performance was part of a planned live show, fans debated whether the tension was intentional or simply the result of misunderstandings common in competitive creative environments. But the coverage contributed to a growing public perception of Lopez as someone who navigates the entertainment industry assertively, sometimes in ways that create friction with peers. Across these various disputes, feuds with other artists, allegations of unfair treatment of staff, social media conflicts, and controversies over music credits, the recurring theme is Lopez's visibility and power within the entertainment industry, which magnifies even ordinary professional disagreements into widely discussed events. These instances also illustrate a key dynamic of celebrity life. The combination of fame, social media scrutiny, and fan speculation can turn small conflicts into major controversies, sometimes regardless of intent or verifiable facts. Whether one interprets these stories as evidence of misconduct, abrasive business practices, or merely the challenges of high-profile life, they have contributed to the public narrative that Lopez is a polarizing figure whose career is marked by both tremendous success and recurring criticism. Despite these controversies, Lopez remains a significant cultural figure, with her influence spanning decades in music, film, fashion, and business, demonstrating that public perception and media attention often coexist with professional achievement, creating a complex image of a celebrity who is both celebrated and scrutinized in equal measure. This duality, admired by millions, yet criticized by some for her treatment of collaborators, handling of music credits, and social interactions with other celebrities, has fueled ongoing debate about her personality and ethics, making her story one of the most discussed in modern pop culture.